Hey, this is Matt Bush, and welcome to another episode of Unstoppable Success. In this special video, I'm going to go through how to make money from banner ads. Now, if you're not familiar with banner ads, you can click the link in the description to go there and grab it. And you're also going to get my additional bonuses, which includes a website for you to sell from and additional training, a lot of good stuff. Okay? Right now, we're going to talk about how to make money with it, because I don't want to see you out there buying software that you're not going to make money from. That's the whole point, right? I'm going to assume that's the whole point why you bought banner ads, because you were pulled into the idea of being able to make your own ads and sell them, or use them for yourself too. That's great as well. Let's go ahead and get started. So whenever I look to make money by selling services to other people, I typically start by picking a niche. That means picking a specific group of people that I want to target. So, for example, I could target dentists, or I could target gym owners, or I could target real estate agents. There's so many different places, and what I've found is you're going to do better if you stick to one niche specifically, at least to start, because the longer that you work in that niche, the more you're going to find out about them. For example, I've done a lot of work in the hair salon industry, and I can tell you that they really struggle that period between when people go back to school and when there's Thanksgiving and Christmas. That period is typically very slow for salons. And because I've worked with them so much, I know that. So I can help them specifically with their problems. And that's something you just learn over time. Now, in terms of once you decide, yeah, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to find some people that want to buy my animated ads because they're going to help them and they're great. Well, who should you contact? Should you contact everybody? I would suggest that you don't do that. I would suggest that you focus on the businesses that already have an advertising budget. So what that means is, if, let's say that there's two different real estate agents, and one of them is, they don't have very many listings, and they don't do any advertising, and their website doesn't look very good, or maybe there's no website. Let's say that's real estate agent A. Real estate agent B, they're spending thousands of dollars a month on advertising. Their listings always look real sharp. They're engaging on social media. That's the real estate agent that I want to target, because that one is already spending money. And if a business is already spending money, it's going to be a lot easier to convince them why they should spend it with us. Okay? Now, what you can do is, once you find a person like this, you can message them and start a conversation. It does not have to be complicated. It does not have to be done in person. Send them an email, send them a Facebook message, send them a LinkedIn message. There's lots of different ways that you can start off by connecting with them. Then, of course, you want to convert them into a sale and make money, and the rest is history, okay? So let's drill down a little bit more into each of those, okay? So let's talk more about how to find businesses. To get started, if you've never sold anything before, a great way to go about things is by hitting up your own circle of friends, family, associates. So what that means is, you already have a dentist, you already go to a pizza place. I'm hoping that you do. Pizza's awesome. You bought a house from a real estate agent. There's so many professionals that you've already worked with that you already know. You could contact them. Now, I wouldn't contact them if they're not really doing anything with advertising, but I'm sure some of them are, and those are going to be great points of contact for you, because you can reach out to them, they know you, and you can tell them that you want to help them. Remember, of course we want to get paid, but our goal here is to help the business. To help the business while the business helps us by paying us. That's as simple as that. We're not trying to scam them. We're not trying to trick them. This is us having a technology, when you have banner ads, that's going to literally improve the results of their business online. It's going to get them more calls, more leads, whatever they would call it. And they just need to open that door so you can come in and help. You want to think of it that way, okay? Now, you can also search Facebook, LinkedIn, other social media for businesses in your niche. So, Facebook is great, but you can only contact a few people a day through Facebook. LinkedIn is basically Facebook for business professionals, and you can be contacting dozens a day. Once you have an established LinkedIn account, you could even do 100 a day, though don't start out with that many or you'll have problems. So all you do is you find businesses that you think are good and you send them a message. I'm going to share an exact message for you that you can share. So you're going to join, I want you to join Facebook and LinkedIn business groups, okay? So when you go on to social media, you want to go where those kind of people are going to be hanging out. And on LinkedIn, for example, there's all these groups that like a dentist will join where they talk about dental things, including marketing. And you go in there and you start being active in the group and you start to reach out to the people that you interact with. So let's say that you make a post about how marketing to past customers brings a lot of patients back into the dental practice after they've left for a while. And you talk about that, and if somebody asks you a question about it, jump right on the ball and send them a private message, because this is someone you've started to engage with. And again, this is all stuff that can be done from your basement or your bedroom. In my case, it's my basement, in your pajama pants. Actually, I have sweatpants on today, but you get the idea, right? You can also search online and offline for those paying for advertising. I really like this a lot. So if you're driving by and you see a huge billboard for a dentist or a hair salon or a real estate agent, they're spending, I would think, at least $1,000 a month on that stupid billboard, possibly more. In fact, they might have 10 billboards. So the point is, they understand that they have to spend money to make money. Now I'd like to show you a sample message that you could send to a business, okay? And pay attention, because there's a real neat trick to all of this. Hi, the name of the person, and it's always helpful if you put their name in there. We just started working in whatever town they live in, Lancaster area, and wanted to introduce ourselves, okay? So that first line there, you just customize it based on the person you're sending it to. Okay, let's look at the rest. We actually made up an advertisement that you can use for your business. Can I share it with you? Okay, whoa, Matt, what's going on here? Let me explain. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to take advantage of BanrAds. Let's talk a little bit first about what BanrAds gives us. BanrAds gives us the ability to make a banner, literally make a cool looking banner that's animated for a business or ad, banner or ad. We can make it like within a couple minutes. Okay, so now if making an ad for a business took hours and hours, this plan wouldn't work. But because it only takes a couple minutes, especially once you have a template down, we'll take a look at that in a little bit, you're going to be able to crank these out pretty quickly, okay? But here's the issue. If you make one for every business you contact, and let's say that you contact 10 businesses a day, that's quite a bit of work, right? And realistically, you contact 10 businesses, you're only going to hear back from 1 or 2. I just want to put that out there so you know that if you contact 2 businesses and you don't hear from anyone, don't get discouraged. How long does it take to send a message to a business? You can even pay someone to do this for you. It doesn't take long. Let's say that I send 10 messages in a day and I hear back from someone. My gosh, I mean that's what, like a half hour of my time to get a paying client. If they take us up on it, it's pretty great. So look at this here. We actually made up an advertisement that you can use for your business. So here's what we're going to do. When we send them the message, we have not made an advertisement for them because we're not going to hear back from most of these people. We're only going to make the advertisement for people that write back. So what happens is I send 10 of these messages out, and let's say 2 people respond, and they want to see what it is you made. They're going to want to see it because you're already telling them that you already made it. So, oh, geez, if you went to that trouble, I should look at it. So you send 10 messages out, 2 people write back and want to see it. You jump into the software, make 2 ads, and send it to them, okay? That's how it works. That's how you're able to drastically cut down your overhead, okay? So that's a method that works really, really well. Here's another way to go. Hi, name of the person, I love your website, or I love how active you're on Facebook, or I love your pizza, if it's someone that you actually know. I'm looking to connect with business owners in the Harrisburg area, or you could even say, I'm looking to connect with dental practices in the Harrisburg area, something like that. If you're only contacting hair salons, you could pop that in. I'm also available to chat. I want to make sure you're aware of something that could really help with your advertising. So what we're doing here is we're not telling them what we do. We typically don't want to tell them what we do. We want them to wonder. Because if somebody hears that we create animated ads, they might think, I don't need that. But the thing is, if we get a chance to share more information with them, we're going to show them why they do need that. So we want it to be there to be a hook in the message, and that's what this accomplishes. So as far as when you talk to a business, here are some ideas. Share statistics on the effectiveness of animated ads. I'm not going to go into those specifically here, but you can just do a Google search for animated ads and look for yourself to see how they can bring as much as twice the amount of results compared to a static ad. You're also going to talk about the people they already have coming to their website and how to double these conversions into customers and leads. So the neat thing about these ads is it takes what a business is already doing and it greatly increases the value. So let's say that they're running an ad on Facebook. And it's just an image. If that image was converted into an animated image, it's going to do better. It just is. Statistics have proven that. So let's say they're already spending $1,000 a month on Facebook ads. If their ad gets turned into an animated ad, they're going to get better results from that $1,000 that they're already spending. Let's say that you put a banner ad on their website to liven it up a little bit. Again, it's going to get more people engaging with them. It's going to bring more attention to specific parts of their site. So let's say, for example, that a site is offering a $10 off coupon to first-time customers. And sometimes that kind of stuff, it's like buried in the site. But if it's front and center and animated, they're going to get so many more people taking them up on that. So what these banner ads do is they take what they're already investing and turn it into a better investment. And I think that's a pretty neat point to make. So another thing you can do is you could write emails to businesses. I want to talk a little bit about that. I personally think that when you're getting started, it's a much better idea to be sending messages one-on-one, sending less messages. If you send an email, just make sure you understand that you're going to get less results. However, some people have the abilities to send lots of email, and if you do that in the right way, it can be very profitable. So this kind of goes into anything that you would be writing, but basically when you send an email or even a message, like a message through LinkedIn, which essentially is an email, subject line is really, really important because this is going to determine whether or not they're going to open that piece of email. You want to include the name if possible in each email so that way it's personalized. You want to focus on getting your people to open the email. You don't want to give it all away in the subject line. You want to have an offer or piece of advice that they'll want to know. So again, those match up with the things we've already been talking about, right? We want to make sure that in the email, we hook them from the start. We want to provide them with related information that they'll want to know. So you don't want to have a subject line that says one thing and then actually have the email say something different. That does not work. You want to explain how they can benefit from the offer. Don't be like, this is HD, multiple points of animation, blah, blah, blah. What they want to hear is, what is this going to do for my business? How am I going to benefit from this? You want to give them a reason to act now, so you can always add what's called scarcity, which means that they should pick this up because your special offer is going to be disappearing at the end of the week, stuff like that. You can also offer things for free to get them in the door. So, for example, you could offer them a free mock-up, and then they could have the design once they pay. You could even make them an ad for free. If I'll tell you what, if it was a dentist that you go to, you totally could make an ad for them for free. And when you give it to them, ask them if they'd be interested in anything else, and if they have any other dentists that would be interested. Because guess what? Dentists are friends with dentists. You can also pursue past customers. So if you already have contacted businesses in the past and worked with some of them, absolutely contact them about this. You also want to make sure that in the email that you give people a clear instruction on what they should do. So let's say, for example, that you want them to give you a phone call. Make sure you tell them, just call us at blah, 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 blah. We'd love to move forward with this. Something like that. Or simply respond to this email, or click this link to set up an appointment. Whatever it is you want them to do, you got to tell them. Again, statistics have shown that if you don't tell someone what to do, the chances of them doing that go drastically down. I mean, it might seem like common sense. Like, of course, they're going to find my phone number in my signature, but it doesn't work like that. And of course, once you're selling something to a business, keep in mind that this doesn't have to be the end. Upsell into other things. Once a business knows you and sees that you're there to help them, they're going to be much more open to you helping in other additional ways. So there's things like search engine optimization, and you could be running the ads for them. You could be managing their Facebook, and throw animated ads in there as well. There's so much you can do to help. And it's tougher to get a business to pay you for all that stuff in the beginning. But you get them through that door with one service through the virtual door. And then before you know it, you're able to have a client that you charge $1,000 a month, which of course is what we all want. Okay? Okay, so I'm here inside BanrAds, and I want to just give you an example of how you could go about doing this. Okay? Let's actually go over to Facebook and find a business that we could make a banner for, okay? Okay, look at this. Here are dentists. Let's check out what this dental practice looks like. Okay, so they have a picture of their place there. Let's look at their photos. Okay, here we go. Look, there's a logo. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to download that logo. So let's pretend that we sent messages to a bunch of dentists, and this happened to be the one that wrote back to us, yeah, I'd like to see what you made. Okay, let's go in the new project, and what we're going to do is we're going to load our image in. Okay, so we'll pick what size it's going to be, and okay, I'm making this bigger. There we go. Okay, so what can we do to this to make it cooler? Well, I'm going to select this here, get rid of this. Because this element is selected, if I click over here, you'll see there it is, image. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have that come in and out. So that is called what? Pulse. Okay, so watch this. See that? Pretty cool, right? So what else could an image benefit from? We could benefit from having a button on it, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on buttons. I'm going to select this one here and pull it over. This is a like button. Now I'm going to make it much bigger. I'm going to make it taller so it doesn't look like it's squished. And this text is going to be, click here now, okay? So let's delete that out. Click here now. Apply it. Okay. Cool deal, right? Okay, there we go. So I messed with it a little bit there. But you can see we have this button here now. And if we look at our design here, that stays the same while the other thing comes in and out. Boom, 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 boom. Now we could add animation to this too. We could let's add a different type of animation to this. How about push? Let's see what that looks like. So look at this. This is what I'm going to stick with here. So I'm going to have it repeat like this. It's going to be the top one in and out, and then the button in and out. And it's just going to loop and loop and loop and loop until the cows come home. And there we go. Now I can make another image by just coming in and replacing this with a different logo. And it's something to get started. Now, if I really wanted to be creative, I could put fireworks up in here in the corners and have them exploding and all kinds of cool stuff like that. But again, I'm just looking to get this going. I would definitely spend time making a solid template so that way you can show examples to people where you just pop their logo in. So that's pretty much how you do it. Thank you so much for watching. The next step for you is to get out there and actually do this stuff, okay? So thanks for watching. Be sure to like this video and subscribe. I'd love it if you did. We do a lot of live trainings on here as well. I don't want you to miss that. Until next time, I'll catch you later.